Welcome to the KMT trading channel, and in this video we'll just be looking a top-down analysis of Bitcoin. It's just a one-off video where I'll be showing all the breakdowns and the key levels of Bitcoin as it currently is. It's been an exciting week this week. We finally found a jump, which could potentially signify a bull run, but we'll look into this into a bit more depth. So yeah, so I've done previous videos on this before, but with the other with forex pairs. So maybe that would be some use. But if Bitcoin's another thing, then yeah, we'll look into this. So yeah, as we start off, I always look on a high time frame really, and basically I'm looking to just draw my trend lines first. So as we can see already, just from this one trend line, it's very significant. Price is obviously respected very much well. We've been in a downtrend since that January 18th. Everyone had that big crash. I know I felt it. Crazy amount of volatility that month. Yeah, so we can see that prices come all the way down, failed to even come past this at one point, but we have finally come past it as of April. And obviously the month is still not over, so we have to wait and see what happens, but hopefully it's all good from there. So now I'm just gonna draw my zones. So something like this. And I'm not really deviating away from the price action here. I'm just looking simply as close as possible to where price has been, or price is currently, just because of ease, and yeah, it just makes trading just a little bit easier. If you have too many lines involved, it just looks a bit it looks too messy, I think, and it just ruins trading, the simplicity of it. So just dropping it down to one level lower, and now we're looking at the week. So we do see price action telling us that we have found some sort of stability in the momentum change. We can see like we formed like a double bottom forming here. Oh, that's a bit eager. A little double bottom here, and within this double bottom we do find ourselves two bullish engulfings, a very strong one here, and this level was respected very well, to be fair. We found after this second bullish engulfing, we found momentum just to pick up, and it's just been on an increase since February 19. So we've had our little increase, and then we had our very big shoot upwards to clearly break this trend line, which should happen since the start of the start of January 18. So now what I would do is, so now that we know where price is currently, I just like to continue putting more zones in on a lower time frame. Or I also change the color as well, just to make it easier for the eye, just for myself, and it makes it's just obviously it's a personal preference thing. I use a different contrast of black for my zones, and then I always use purple for my trend lines. Okay, so now I'll take it down to the daily, and you can see like how I'm chunking away at this, and trading should never be this complex with many indicators, etc. You just have to find the simplistic way possible, and learn your strategy and how to do things. So I'm gonna continue to put in my zones again on a different shade of color, so it'll look like this. And put it here. And I believe that is it for now. Okay, so coming on to our daily now. So this is where we start to look into how we can get involved with the market now. So see how prices actually been moving. So we can see here that price, we can use previous data as such, like this. So until we break this line here, this would be our kind of worried zone. I like to say it's like an alarm. If price was to come all the way up here, for example, and then eventually come back to test this in some sort of way, I would be looking considerably to reanalyze the market in a way. But I believe that this will be a retracement, if anything, in this area. It just depends how far Bitcoin does actually move upwards. But on speculation, we are moving upwards towards this zone that we have right here. So we currently are retesting and aiming towards the 5,500 mark. And this is the US dollar version, right? So we have to wait until we see what happens at the 5,500 mark. The reason being is we have to confirm that price does make sense and that we see a chance to get involved in the market. So I personally wouldn't get involved with Bitcoin as of now, because I'm not really too sure what will happen. I want to see this. I personally want to see price reach up here and get a retest of this zone properly. As we can see, because what happens in the market, typically what happens is in the market cycle, there's always a push. So a push and then an exhaustion. So for example, this would be our push, but I believe our push it depends how far it goes. So a push could go, so the push may go up to here, for example, and then we get our exhaustion. On the exhaustion, we then start to look to buy, and then that would be our entry point, which is in this area here. So right now we just wait for the market to push us all the way up as much as we can and wait for the exhaustion, really. So what we could look for is to see where it could play out. So okay, so one possible, it could point up to the 5,500 mark and come back down here, and then we go up. The other scenario is we could get to here, boom, straight up, or it could just literally just zoom all the way up here and come immensely back down. But that's the thing with cryptocurrencies, is that it's just ridiculously volatile, that any of those scenarios could actually happen. And I wouldn't be as shocked if it really did just bounce completely all the way above this level. But we can look, if we look on a lower time frame, we could look at it in a better sense. So if we can see any other patterns forming, so we have I can see a little flag forming, I believe. if we just draw this out, so something like that. That's a nice one. And okay, so I wouldn't be able to draw a line perfect. I would probably just draw a zone. So what I would want to see to get involved with the market here is a clear push on the upside of this zone. So I want price action to completely close above this and come back here for a retest, and then I would look for entry upwards. So that's if you want to get into the market now with Bitcoin. But that's what I would, if I'm looking to buy, then that is what I would want to see. I'll keep doing it the wrong way. I want the long, yeah. So I would put myself in this sort of position, and that would be my take profit. So 1.61, just a quick long on that. And this could be a possible outcome just because of the way that the sensitivity of this is happening, really. Price is clearly rejected from this upwards trend line that I've drawn in a very dramatic manner, really. That this is a very significant pin bar that's managed to push all the way up. So we can definitely say that buyers are still in the market in some form, but another possibility is that price comes up here. So 1, 2. So if it does close up here, and then if price comes down like this, it could come something like that, maybe. Oh no, sorry. It could actually break this completely, retest here, and then we could see a position downwards like that. That would be another possible scenario. And then if it did actually come to this level, I would like to definitely see, or I definitely would expect some sort of double bottom to form. Sorry, that's the wrong way. A double bottom to form, and then hopefully that would spike it to come back to this level, really. So it just depends what actually happens as of now. So if price does come up and then retest here, it will look for a buy to this point. If price does break this, we'll look for a retest and then for a short to this point, and then we can go on from there, really. So just to wrap up the video, really, we're just going to have to wait until price comes out of this little flag and break either the zone, this yellow zone, or this bottom line trend, and look for the price action, really. So that's that for this video, and what we'll do in the next video is that'll be in a week's time on the Saturday, review what happened in that following week, and we can start to predict what will happen in the following week. It won't be as long. The next video will probably be a lot shorter because obviously I was drawing all the trend lines and just breaking it down from a top-down analysis point of view. So hopefully that was useful in some sense. If you're a beginner, hopefully that is of use. So yeah, so hopefully that was interesting and useful to yourself, and thank you for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.